The national real estate market is actually doing pretty good. In regional markets, across the country, one is up, one is down, and three are flat. Let's take a closer look at it from the 30,000-foot level. Specifically, in the Northwest, residential real estate prices are down, but not a lot, about 1% to 2%. The Southeast is flat. Central markets are flat, but mixed. Dallas and Denver are both down about 2%. Chicago takes home the blue ribbon, though. Chicago's residential real estate prices are up over 6% in the last 12 months. Now, the Northeast is surprisingly strong. I don't know why, but to me, it is surprising. The New York Home Price Index is up over 3.5%. The Boston's market is up over 2%. In the Southeast is flat. Tampa is down about 1.6%, while Miami is up just a little over 1%. And that's not terribly surprising. Miami's home prices were up over 80% in the last 6 years, and that's a lot to absorb. If you're looking to buy or sell commercial property, or if you're looking to buy or sell a business, feel free to reach out to me at John Temple at eXp Commercial. Now, having said that, the Case-Shiller National Home Price Index is up 1%, and the Federal Reserve's National Home Price Index is up over 3%. So again, that's real positive. But now, let's look specifically at the home price indexes. This is the Case-Shiller National Home Price Index. All in all, this looks pretty good. From 2023 to today, the market has been kind of absorbing the 2020 to 2022 gains, reasonably well. Next, let's look at the Federal Reserve's Home Price Index. This is the Federal Reserve's National Home Price Index, and all in all, honestly, this trend line looks pretty stable as well, going all the way back to 2020. Next, we'll look at some macroeconomic data points. What we'll see is that although the national home prices have been hanging in there, new housing starts and new residential sales are both down. At the same time, new housing under construction is down, and that's been sliding down for over 2 years. This is basically telling us that the consumer is running out of steam. Inflation has bitten into discretionary spending to a point that it's affecting longer-term capital investment decisions, i.e., things like building a house. Inflation from May 2025 to just May 2026, 12 months, was up 4.2%. And that is after a number of consumer price index increases like food and energy, well over 30% in the trailing 5 years. And to top that all off, the producer price index is up over 13% today over the trailing 12 months. This tells us more inflationary pressure is heading our way. Simply put, consumers are running out of steam. They're pulling in their horns, so to speak. Well, we'll look at the National Home Builders' new single-family starts next. This is the National Home Builders' new single-family starts. It's the red line. The blue line is their housing market index, and both are down. The new single-family starts are down about 22% over the last 24 months. Next, we'll look at new housing under construction. This is new housing under construction. It's down 25% from the beginning of 2024. Another thing to point out, this data point is a really good leading economic indicator. You can see here pretty easily in the red circles that a drop like we're experiencing right now has preceded every recession we've had over the last 50 years. And that's something to keep an eye on. Now I want to take a bit of a tangent and look at China's residential real estate market. This data point is pretty obviously showing China's real estate prices have literally fallen off a cliff. China is experiencing pretty much the same real estate correction we did back in 2008. In 2008, our real estate prices in general dropped around 26%. Today, China's are down 25%. The point being, money tends to go home when things go badly. What that portends for us is that if China sells U.S. Treasuries to cover their economic losses and they take their money home, that puts pressure on U.S. interest rates. Bond prices will go down and interest rates will go up. That's just simply math. To what degree any of this happens, I really don't know. I mean, 2008 Great Recession for us was not that much fun. In China, it has yet to play itself out, and time will tell. But that's something, arguably, to keep an eye on. If you're a realtor and looking for a change, you might give eXp Realty or eXp Commercial a shot. If so, feel free to reach out.